Greetings and welcome to the December edition of The Place to Be Oshkosh. I'm your host, John Neiman, Director of Program Services at Oshkosh COTS. I'm so glad you can join us, and you're probably thinking like I am, where has the time gone? This is the last show of 2023, and very proud of this show. We're in our third year now of putting this show on so you can learn more about what's going on in your wonderful community of Oshkosh. As always, I begin by thanking our sponsors who make this show possible, and of course, COTS. I appreciate them so much for sponsoring the show. Also, along with Karen and her staff at the Oshkosh Herald. It's a wonderful community newspaper. I love all the pictures they put in of the events going on in our community. You can find lots of information there also. And then our floral design is by Brian at UBloom. And I have some things to tell you about what's going on in December at UBloom. There are two special events going on. So put on your calendar December 12th. There is an event called Deck the Runway Fashion Show at the Oshkosh Country Club. A bunch of different agencies have gotten together. It's a fun evening. There will be food. And of course, you can buy your tickets to support this event. That's December 12th. And then on December 14th is a really cool event. It's called the Shop Hop. And there are 5 local shops involved. You visit the shops, do like a little treasure hunt, and there's a big grand prize at the end for that. So you can get more information from that too from Brian at UBloom, who's wonderful. If you've not been in his shop, you need to go. You get so many wonderful ideas for the holidays. Where can you see this wonderful program? Thank you to my crew. We're on Oshkosh Media Life TV, which is Spectrum Channel 2. You can download us and watch us on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and of course, YouTube. On YouTube, you just go and put Oshkosh Media in, and all of my shows will show up for the last couple years. And please like the show. My kids always joke around and say, how many likes do you have on your shows? I don't do it for likes, but if I get the likes, hey, it's a blessing. So we appreciate you here watching us. For my first segment, I wanted to do a little update for you on COTS. We opened in April 4th, 2022, and we started with 10 residents. And through our donations, through our donors, through our volunteers, we are now up to 20 rooms. And on the screen right now is what a typical room looks like. COTS provides all the basic needs for our residents. So food, quilts by the Wisconsin Warmers, hygiene products, everything that you could possibly need so our residents can save their money. I want to do a special shout out to this lovely couple. That's Barb and Larry Mothy. We have meal ministers who come to COTS, and they bring a meal every Monday. And we're talking about a meal with a menu, and it's simply wonderful. And then we have other people who, from their gardens, bake zucchini or apple muffins and drop them off for us. So it doesn't have to be an entire meal. It can be just whatever you have in your pantry. And of course, a shout out to Mineshaft Bakery. They, once a week, they offer us items for our residents, from bread to donuts to sweets, which is really a treat, especially because we have 20 hungry men at Oshkosh COTS. And of course, all of our residents are working. So this really helps them with food, taking food for their lunches and things like that. So Oshkosh is a generous community, and we appreciate it. And there's 2 ladies from Emmanuel Lutheran Church who went on a shopping spree with their money from their Ladies Guild, and they bought a lot of food to fill our freezer and our pantry. And so we really do appreciate those kind of donors, those kind of donations who look out for us. And not only Oshkosh COTS, they're looking out for a lot of not-for-profit agencies in our wonderful community. And then this I have to talk about. This is our downtown care team. So we partner with the State Street Center, and on Mondays and Fridays, even through the winter, we made a new rule, and it has to be 36 degrees or above, and then we'll go out. But we go out to the Sundial Square, we go by the library, we go by the waterfront, and we pick up garbage, debris, a lot of cigarette butts. Things have gotten better, though. We see people are putting their garbage in garbage cans now, but there's still, we go out, it's a wonderful time. We go from 8 till 9 every Monday and Friday, weather permitting. And so if you ever want to join us, please feel free. We do have people that just come along and walk with us, just to walk. I always have my Fitbit, so I know how many steps I make. But I wanted to share with you just some of the wonderful things that has happened to us, especially because Christmas is the time that you think about all the gifts that you've been given throughout the year. For me, Christmas is not just one day. Christmas is 365 days a year. So we really want to thank everyone in Oshkosh for supporting us. And also something for you to put on your calendar. I know this is December and you're thinking he's going to talk about 2024, but the Help for the Homeless Hygiene Drive takes place February 11th through March 3rd. And I happen to be the chair for Winnebago County. And we put boxes out starting February 11th, and the boxes will stay out through March 3rd. And anything that's collected in those boxes, whether it's cleaning supplies, hygiene supplies, toilet paper, hand towel, stays right here in our community. And we divide it up among the agencies that are participating with this. So if you're a business and you don't have a box already designated for your business, please give me a call. My information's on the screen or at the end of the screen, and we can see about getting a box. Because the more boxes we have means the more product we're going to collect, and the more product we can share with those in our wonderful community. Stay tuned. We'll be back for our second segment of The Place to Be Oshkosh. Hi, welcome back to our second segment of The Place to Be Oshkosh. This, our December show, and by the decor you can see our holiday show. My guest, I'm excited to have Amy as my guest because we were talking beforehand and we have a lot in common of where we worked and everything. But Amy Reese, who's the marketing manager for the Oshkosh Area United Way. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, how long have you been with United Way?
I have been with the United Way for about 2.5 years now.
2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us the exciting news because you've moved.
Yes, we have recently moved. It was in May. We used to be in the old fire station across from Merrill Middle School. In May, we have a new office now, 16 Washington Avenue. It's on the corner near the library, so we're right downtown. And we're excited because we're kind of now in the middle of everything, closer to a lot of the nonprofits, and we have much more storage opportunities available, which has allowed us to open the community vault, the Live United Community Vault, where groups of people, individuals, families, companies can donate basic needs so that the agencies can come year-round and get those basic needs for the individuals that they help in our community. So we're very excited about it.
I always looked forward to your emails because you would send an email every month and say, for this month we collected this, and then if we were short of anything, all of us agencies, we could come and get stuff. So
exactly.
That is really cool. I do love your new location because you are downtown. You're right in the midst of everything. You're near Day by Day.
Yes.
Like you said, you're near the library. You're near all the agencies where people can walk.
Yes.
So that's cool. And are you all done now?
We're still kind of figuring things out. We still have a few things to move and set up and some walls to decorate. But no, we are there, and people can call and stop by if they have any questions or anything they'd like to donate and drop off for the vault.
And you used a lot of volunteers to do the renovations.
We did, actually. We used our Emerging Leaders group. The United Way Emerging Leaders is a group of passionate young professionals in our area who have donated to United Way and wanted to do some other things like volunteer. And so we had them come in and they helped stripped the wallpaper off the walls before the walls got painted. We had Muse and Metals came in and helped hang signage.
And this is it. You talk, and it's right there.
Yep.
So
yeah. So no, everybody. This is actually from our Day of Caring.
Cool.
And that's actually at COTS. So.
Oh. Well, I should have recognized the blue.
Yeah, yes. So that's actually somebody helping during Day of Caring at COTS and helping paint the room.
And let's say what a cool event the Day of Caring is.
Yes, and this is these are emerging leaders that were helping strip off the wallpaper from it used to be an old bank, and some people might recognize that. And so we were grateful for the emerging leaders to come and help pull the wallpaper off of that. That saved a lot of time. So, which is why volunteers are so important to the nonprofits.
Yes.
So, nonprofits have limited resources, including the ability to hire some of those skill sets that they need, some of those daily functions that they need. And so volunteers are a huge resource for our nonprofits in our area and help fill that gap. And obviously, the people that get the volunteers are appreciative of it, but the volunteers also benefit and feel good about helping the community.
Let's talk about the Day of Caring, because I've always been a big proponent of, you always ask the busiest people to do the stuff because they'll say yes. And I remember one person asked me, and they said, would you chair the Day of Caring? And I said yes, and then I ended up doing for quite a few years because it was a wonderful event. This last year that you did it, it was great because we got a group from Hofmasters who came in and helped us paint the rooms, because people think it's so easy that when they look at our building, which used to be the Father Carr's Women's Shelter, but it's COTS now, there's a lot of work that needed to be done. We had to call the plumbers in, the electrician in, we had to clean the carpeting, and the rooms all needed to be painted. And Hofmaster crew came through, and that was because of the work that you did at the Day of Caring. So thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome. That's exactly why we organize that event. So Day of Caring is an annual event. It's usually the first week of May. It's actually in 2024, if people want to put it on their calendars. It's going to be Wednesday, May 8th.
I got to write that down.
Okay, perfect. And it kicks off with a free breakfast in the morning at 8 o'clock at the convention center. And then we have breakfast with a few speakers, inspiring speakers. People have shared some great stories. And then we do a group photo, and then everybody goes out to their assigned projects, and the community signs up through volunteeroshkosh.org. So in this particular picture, there is some folks helping at Maravita, and we're helping some of the residents with some of the tasks that they, like climbing on ladders, they probably shouldn't be doing.
Yes.
So they're dusting, they're moving furniture, vacuuming, they're flipping mattresses, they're washing windows. Some of those tasks that, they don't have to happen daily, but do need to happen, and the residents need a little assistance. So we're grateful. This was a couple years ago, and this is actually somebody from Hofmaster as well. So Hofmaster is a pretty dedicated group of volunteers in our community. So we really appreciate them. They recently were at EAA helping clean up the grounds. So they were looking for a group opportunity, and they had reached out. So I was able to match them to a volunteer opportunity, and they had a wonderful time, learned how to drive some tractors, got a little tour of Paul Poveresny's home. It was a special day. So yes. Here we have some individuals. So on Day of Caring, we actually received a very large donation of diapers from Casey. And so Muse and Metal Products had signed up to volunteer for Day of Caring, and they helped unload the diapers, and we had just moved into the building. So this was a big day for us, because we finally had storage space for these diapers. And so these diapers are available for the agencies in our area. They can call at any time and let us know if they're in need of some diapers. And so we've had quite a few of the agencies in town stop by and pick up what they need when they need it. And a lot of the agencies don't have storage space themselves. So this allows them, and here's an opportunity. So we we needed to repack the diapers into smaller sizes, and we actually included our 211, our United Way 211 card to give information to people so that they knew they could dial 211 if they needed any assistance. So this was a group from Oshkosh Defense who came in and helped repack the diapers. And they got through quite a few of them that day, so we were very appreciative. And they helped stock the wrapped, the newly packed diapers into the vaults. So we were very grateful for them. And we just recently had another group come in last Saturday. I believe it was, I hate to get this messed up, but it might have been the Kiwanis or the Rotary, I'm not quite sure. But they came in and also did some repacking as well. So that is an opportunity if any groups are looking for some volunteer opportunities, yes.
And the Day of Caring has been around over 20 years.
Yes, over 20 years.
And we used to say it's a way to try volunteering on for size because there's so many agencies in our area and people don't know what they all are about. But here you can come to the Day of Caring or to United Way and they can help you say, what are you interested in? What do you want to do? Some people, like this picture, love cleaning.
Yeah, this is Hua. She's actually on our board. She's from UWO. And she was excited to volunteer, and she is at NAMI cleaning that day. And they were also helping put some race packets together on that day. But the Day of Caring also allows the community to learn more about the nonprofits in their area and what they do. So we try to, move the volunteers around each year so they learn more. And it's a great educational opportunity so that the community knows what's happening in our area and what our needs are.
Right. And again, anyone can sign up for where else can you get a free breakfast, listen to people talk about volunteering, and then go out and make a difference. And you have a story to tell us about somebody who attended the Day of Caring.
Yes, so one of our dedicated volunteers who actually works for Big Brothers Big Sisters is dedicated and volunteers every year for Day of Caring. And a couple years ago, their group actually volunteered over at Parkview, I believe. And through that process, she had met some of the residents and was inspired to go back and see what their volunteer needs were. And she actually signed up as a hospice volunteer. And it was actually when she shared the story, it really the room kind of went silent because everybody was really moved by that experience. And so she continues to volunteer there as a hospice volunteer. And that's what's really wonderful about when you go to volunteeroshkosh.org, there's something for everybody. There's family-friendly opportunities. There's, if you just want to go clean or stock shelves, you can do that. But there's opportunities like marketing. The nonprofits need help with promoting events or their social posts or proofreading. There's, HR documents or, their employee handbooks. There's something for everybody. So if you want to do the labor, if you want to do something more administrative, there's something for everybody out there.
And that's one reason I started my other show, Helping Hands, and then this show was to help not-for-profits who don't have a big budget get the word out, get the PR out and the marketing out by coming on the show, and that's why I did it. But we're talking about volunteers and college kids too, who have the expertise. So let's talk about this, the Go Volunteer group and the website.
So the volunteer Oshkosh.org was launched end of 2019, beginning of 2020, because there was not a volunteer center in our area. So the United Way took that opportunity because volunteering is an important part of our mission. And, of course, as we continue, the year is wrapping up and we're finishing up our campaign season. Obviously, receiving donations is incredibly important for us to continue to give grants to the nonprofits in our area and support all the nonprofits in our area. Sometimes you can't give money, but your time is precious, and we know that. And so volunteerism is just as important. And so individuals and groups can go look and see what's available in our community. The site is constantly changing. I recently updated the site to include some different things in the navigation to make it a little easier to find things that you're looking for. So for example, we added a spotlight, and every month we spotlight certain types of volunteer opportunities. So right now we're spotlighting volunteer opportunities that support programs for caregiving. And then one of the other new areas that I actually created on this site was if you're looking for board opportunities, there's another tab where you can search if you're looking for a group. So if you have a large family or neighborhood or a club, or if you're working for a company and your department wants to do a team building opportunity, you can go to the tab Group Projects and see what's available in our area. And then there's also a new tab out there for community service. So we have gotten a few phone calls with people looking for community service type opportunities, and the nonprofits in the area were incredibly gracious and let me know what they have available. So there is a list of those for people out there as well.
And this helps all the not-for-profits, because in the past, before there was this, we had to put our own needs out and put a brochure out, and we would get calls from schools, do you offer community service for detentions or for things? And now they can go to one place, Volunteer Oshkosh, we can put our needs in.
Correct.
And then the needs are met by anybody who goes in there.
Exactly. Yep. And I, as a marketing manager, I help promote those opportunities out on our social media, try to get the stories out there to let people know about the impact or the needs that are available. So, yeah.
We had a group come to us. They were running the police were running a camp in the summer, and that group came to us, and we hosted them and gave them projects to do. And we just got a call from two of the school liaisons who are coming back to help decorate for Christmas now. So it's the same kind of thing.
Right.
They learned something, they had fun, and now they're bringing their families back.
Yes.
Their families back to do it. So
That's wonderful.
That I think is really cool.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Let's talk, it's Christmas, let's talk ornaments.
Okay.
Because I have purchased. What do you have at the United Way?
So we do have some ornaments that can be purchased at our office or on our website. If you go to our website, we have two special ornaments. One features UWO, and another one that features Oshkosh Truck, and Old Betsy is on there. And then we also have an Oshkosh specific ornament. And so we have those available year-round, but of course, most people are looking for those at Christmas, and it's a great Christmas gift, and the money goes to, obviously, the United Way mission.
And so again, if you're looking for something for that hard-to-buy person, or everyone is into Oshkosh memorabilia, I would encourage you to go to the United Way website and look at the ornaments, and they're a great deal. And you're really giving twice. You're giving a gift to someone, but then you're giving back to the community through the United Way.
Absolutely.
So what else do you want to talk about, Amy? We still have some time.
Okay, so we are also partnering with Brody's Christmas Lights. Are you familiar with Brody?
Yes, we drive by, and what a nice young man.
Yes, so he is helping us out, and he is collecting waterproof gloves for area students. And so we are looking for gloves, children sizes up to adults for the older children, and then we're looking for the waterproof gloves.
So not just the mittens.
Not just the, we're looking specifically for the waterproof gloves. And so you can drop those off at Brody's Christmas Lights, and you can find him on social media and find out more. Or you could also drop off your donation at United Way. But we are excited about Brody. We've worked with him now for about 3 years.
Oh my gosh.
And he also has an exhibit out at Celebration of Lights over at EAA. So I recommend, even if you go over to his house, be sure to check out Celebration of Lights at EAA.
So how long has he been doing that? And
well, we've been working with him for 3 years, so I think it's been a few years before that.
And why did he start this?
He wanted to give back. Well, of course, he enjoys the lights, and he's a whiz at these lights. He's been doing it from a very, very young age, and he wanted to also find a way to give back to the community. So he between the monetary donations and also the tangible ones like the gloves, he's able to give back to the area community.
So where would people go to find more information on Brody's Lights?
So you can go out to Facebook and
Facebook?
and search Brody's Christmas Lights, and it should come up.
Thank you. That's a great plug because really it's a wonderful display.
Yes, it is. It's wonderful, especially when you see such a young student who's behind this, and it just keeps growing year after year, and his family is incredibly supportive. It's a very cool story.
Okay. And then a plug for the United Way again too.
Yes.
We used to do this too, is collect these items because when the kids come back from Christmas break, they usually don't have their hats or their mittens or their gloves. So to have this, so people can come down to your new space downtown and also donate the waterproof gloves.
Exactly, absolutely. And if there's any other basic needs that you're interested in donating, you can actually go out to our website, OshkoshUnitedWay.org, and you can look for the Community Vault tab, and you can find a complete list of all the items that we're collecting.
So you said vault. Is there really a vault?
Yes, because it was an old bank, we actually have a vault, and so we have utilized the vault for the donations.
That
Absolutely.
is so cool. Oh, I'll have to stop by and see that.
Yes, we would love you to.
Because we always go by and wave at you when we do the care team on Mondays or Fridays, but to come in and see all the
Absolutely, you
progress.
guys are welcome anytime.
Oh, thank you. What else do you want to plug?
We want to just thank the community for all of their support. Like I said, we are wrapping up our year-end campaign, and we hope that the community considers supporting us. If they're not already, the donations go back to helping programs. We have an allocations committee that decides where the money goes each year, and you can find more information out about that on our website and the programs. We fund over 40 programs, but we have over 200 organizations in our area, and we may not fund them monetarily, but we support them in other ways, like having volunteer.oshkosh.org or collecting the basic needs. So there's a lot of ways that we support the nonprofits in our area. So we appreciate everyone's support.
And you've made a change over the years because it used to be agencies, but now you're plugging the programs.
Yep, we support the programs.
Because you want to see the meaningful outcomes. So many people are into numbers, but it's not the numbers that you're worried about, it's the people that are affected by the money that is granted to them.
Correct.
Which I think is very, very cool.
Yes.
And so how is the goal going so far?
It's going. In fact, my coworkers are out doing some meetings this afternoon and doing some presentations and telling our story. And so, we actually had a few companies call and ask us to come and share our story. The other thing that we do to support the agencies in our community is we have what's called 211.
Yes.
It's the free helpline that individuals can call for any human service type need, question, or looking for a resource. And so 211, if you dial 211, they have access to all the resources in our area. And this actually is available nationwide. So if you have a relative or a friend in another area that needs help, you can recommend that they dial 211. But we also fund that for our area.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm so glad that you could come. Our time is winding down. I told you it was going to go fast. But we just want to thank Amy and the United Way for all that they do, because when you say United Way, it's community, which is what we're all about. Thank you so very much for joining us and for supporting the show. And I want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, a wonderful New Year. And go out and volunteer, go out and give back. It makes you feel so very good. And once again, thank you to our wonderful community.